Hey y'all, this is my mommy and this is me, and today we are in the kitchen cooking together. We are doing our take on our favorite Torchy's tacos, the Baja Shrimp Taco and the Mr. Orange Salmon Taco, so something like a seafood taco feast. Make sure to stay tuned till the end for some weekday cleaning motivation. Okay, let's start with toppings. So the Mr. Orange has a grilled corn and black bean relish on top, so that's what I'm doing now. First I took the grilled corn and black beans and I kind of just heated them in a little bit of butter on the stove, seasoned with salt and pepper, kept it real simple, and then I threw in red onion. I diced about a half a red onion and I only put half of that half in there because I'm going to use those red onions for something else a little bit later. After that, I cut a lime and I juiced half of it in the relish. And then I added some chopped cilantro. I am obsessed with cilantro, so I put it on everything. My mom actually isn't like the hugest fan of cilantro. She doesn't hate it, but she doesn't love it. So I put it in the relish, but that's it. I'm not gonna really like douse her taco in it too much. After that, I added some salt, I added pepper, and stirred it up. I mean, it's really simple actually. And I believe at the end I decided to go ahead and add some tomatoes and green chili just because I wanted to add a little bit of heat. Next, I'm moving on to our avocado cream. So Torchy's does this thing where they serve their tacos with sauces. The Baja Shrimp Taco comes with a chipotle sauce, but I actually always get this one. This is the avocado cream sauce that comes with the Mr. Orange Salmon Taco. So first, I went ahead and cut open an avocado. I used the whole avocado minus the overripe parts. I cut those out. Then I added some of that leftover cilantro and onion, and then about a half cup of heavy cream. It only looked like a splash right here, but I ended up adding more a little bit later. I added salt, pepper, and some more lime juice, and then I blended that up. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how quick and easy this was as well. Mind you, I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm not really looking at a recipe or anything, so it was a blessing that it all came out really, really tasty. Next up, we are going to work on the slaw that goes on the Baja Shrimp Taco. So technically, the onions are pickled at Torchy's Tacos and the slaw is cooked down by itself, but I decided not to pickle them just to keep it simple, and I decided to just cook the onion and the slaw together in some olive oil with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then of course you make the slaw with some Miracle Whip or mayo. We use Miracle Whip around here. A little bit of sugar and a little bit of lemon juice. Stir that up and then refrigerate it because the slaw is supposed to be cold, so you want to chill it before you're ready to make your taco. After that, my mom jumped on camera and actually did the salmon. She went to work on this salmon. She skinned it and filleted it herself, but we didn't put that piece on camera. So now you just see her cutting it up into individual slices, and then she is going to go in and butter this bad boy in the most beautiful way. We are big butter fans around here, so no butter goes to spare. We made sure that it was covered in butter and ready for seasoning. Because we're basically blackening this salmon, we wanted it to have a really nice coat for the seasoning to stick to. We were a little bit lighter on the seasoning this time because it was our first time making the tacos, so we didn't want them to be over salted. But when we tried it, we were like, okay, next time we can go a little bit heavier handed on the seasoning. So she did one side, flipped the fish over, buttered and seasoned the next side, and then the fish was ready for the pan. In the pan is just a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, and then she laid the fish down. Salmon doesn't take much to cook, maybe 5 to 6 minutes. You flip it over and let it do its thing. Once it starts to flake a little bit, it is ready to go. Next, we're gonna fry up the shrimp for the Baja Shrimp Taco. So I'm seasoning the shrimp with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and Old Bay. Those are like the staples around here when we do fried shrimp. I actually think I added a little bit of red pepper too, just to get some heat because LJ likes spice and I don't mind it, and actually neither does Penny. So I added a little bit of red pepper just to heat it up, and then I mixed that seasoning up. Oh, and black pepper, I missed that part. Maybe I said that. And then I mixed it up to make sure the shrimp was coated with seasoning all over. And from there, I dusted it in a little bit of flour, shook it up so that the flour coated the shrimp on all sides. And now it's time to pop these bad boys into some hot vegetable oil. So I fried them up. Shrimp cooks super quick, like 3 minutes, maybe 4. And they're ready to eat. Okay, time to build a taco, starting with the Baja shrimp taco. So I laid down a flour tortilla. I can't remember if this comes on corn or flour at Torchy's, but your girl prefers flour. So I started with a warm flour tortilla, laid that salsa down, or that slaw, down at the bottom. Then I topped it with fried shrimp, cotija cheese, some cilantro, because remember, I love cilantro, and then the avocado crema along the side. I've got to figure out how to make sauces look pretty on camera, because that's not the lick, but this taco was the lick. It was delicious, and compared to the picture, it's pretty close. Okay, so I tagged mommy back in for the Mr. Orange. So she laid down a warm corn tortilla, topped it with her blackened salmon and corn and black bean relish. She then came in with some avocado crema. This avocado crema hit, y'all. Like, I wanted to dip everything in it. That's how good it was. And then, of course, cotija cheese, because no taco is right without cheese. And that pretty much makes this delicious taco. This one too, pretty spot on. The picture has tomatoes thrown in there, and my mom doesn't dig tomatoes, so she left those out. But other than that, and the cilantro, spot on. And so yummy. If you're anything like me, cleaning on a weekday when you have work and kids and all of the above the next day is dreadful. But I cannot stand waking up to a dirty kitchen, so I went ahead and knocked it out. I think at this point when I started, it was like almost 1 a.m., but that's how serious I am about not waking up to a filthy kitchen. I work at home, and so I'm home all day. I can't do it. So I start by going ahead and putting away all of the food. We had tons of salmon left, which was amazing because it made for beautiful salads for the next few days. I put away all of the stuff we took out to make dinner and basically just cleared the counters. I like to move everything towards the sink that needs to be cleaned and clear the counters first so that it feels like I'm actually doing something. Then of course I get distracted along the way. I'm like, oh, let me put these juices away. Let me put away these waters. And so it ends up taking me forever, but I feel so accomplished at the end. So it's totally worth it. Question for y'all. When you're cleaning the kitchen, do you set up in your mind what you're gonna do and what you refuse to do during that session of the cleaning? Because this was a weekday clean, I told myself, girl, do not get caught up doing these deep cleans. You need to get the basics done and go take your shower and lay it down. So I had to keep reminding myself of that. I cleaned up pretty much all of the common areas, but these cabinets, I'm looking at them while I'm doing this voiceover and I'm like, girl, you should have wiped down them cabinets. And I told myself that night, these cabinets need a wipe down, but girl, no, not tonight. That's for a deep clean night. Not tonight. Do y'all do that as well, where you're like, okay, look, I'm gonna do this and this, that and that can wait? Let me know. Okay, countertops are clear, so now I can wipe everything down. I pretty much wipe these counters down 3 or 4 times in a cleaning session. It's kind of excessive, I know. But I have to go my first time around, get all of the crumbs and leftover food particles away off the counters. Then I spray, and I am loyal to this Lysol all-purpose cleaner. Like, the fact that this pandemic has meant that Lysol is out of stock has driven me crazy. So I've been looking for other products, but so I do my first wipe down with that. Make sure all of the junk is cleared off the counters, and then I go back in with like steamy hot water and some soap, and I clean it again. I'll even go back for a second time with the Lysol if I need to, but not every time. At this point, I'm also noticing that we went to town on our stove cooking tonight. So I clean up under the microwave, I clean around the microwave. I actually had already cleaned inside the microwave earlier that day, so I skipped that tonight. But I did go ahead and like Hulk this oven out of its cubby because I could see that there was like food particles dripping down the sides, which is just yuck. So I spent a good couple of minutes cleaning this. This is one of those traps because I told myself I wasn't going to deep clean, but I could not let myself go to bed without cleaning up all of that nastiness off the side of the stove. Do you guys clean like the little ridges in the side? Because I'm realizing how challenging it is to get up in there when stuff gets stuck. I had to grab a piece of silverware and take the back of it and basically just like knock all the stuff out and then shove the towel in there to scrub all the grime. It was disgusting, and I'm realizing I neglected that. So let me know how y'all are cleaning like in the cracks and crevices of your appliances. I may end up having to do like a deep clean of just appliances only in order to get some of the areas I miss pretty often. Time for the worst yet most satisfying part, doing these dishes. Lord Jesus, I had to like literally say a quick prayer before I did the dishes because I look at the dishes and I'm like, wow, I still have a whole nother hour left. No, but for real, I actually can do the dishes pretty quickly. I tell LJ all the time, like, hey, you unload, I'll load, because I feel like I can load and play Tetris with the dishwasher the most efficiently. So I load all of the dishes that I can in there. So plates, silverwares, cups, bowls, anything like that, plasticware, etc. And then I hand wash any of like the cooking pots, pans, cookware. I just feel like that's a waste of space in the dishwasher. They also ruin the pots and pans more quickly. So I'll try to hand wash them unless I'm feeling super lazy. But on nights like this where we have like pretty much every dish we own is filthy, I need all the space I can get in the dishwasher. So I hand washed the pots and pans and I loaded all of the dishes. What do you guys do when you wash dishes? I have this terrible habit of leaving the water running and I feel so much guilt every single time. And then I also put the soap on the sponge and then clean the dishes before I throw them in there. But I know some people draw water, some people just rinse and use no soap. What do y'all do before you put them in the dishwasher? I'd love to know. Let me know down below. Now I am cleaning all the pots and pans and big old pieces that didn't fit in the dishwasher. I'm like sitting here kind of laughing because if it were LJ cleaning this kitchen right now, he would be done. Essentially, he would think that the kitchen is clean because all the dishes are in the dishwasher and all the pots and pans get stacked in a pretty little pile in the sink. And I'm like, the kitchen is not clean, bro. It's not clean. For me, I'm like, all right, now the hard part. Get in here, get these clean so that you got fresh cookware tomorrow, and then the kitchen is clean. What do y'all's spouses or partners do? Do they do the dishes and the pots and pans? With LJ, it's like one or the other. Only on good days do you get both. Sweet relief. The counters are all cleaned off. Now I'm just giving the sink a nice scrub so there's not any leftover like yucky from the dishes or from cooking. And then I do the same with the countertops. I give them a nice wipe down with soap and water. Lysol as well, but I don't believe I have that part on camera. And at this point, I am like so close to the finish line, my legs are like doing a shake because it's like, yeah, girl, you almost there. It's like 1:30, maybe 1:45 a.m., ready to lay it down. But I'm thinking about how great I'm gonna feel when I wake up the next morning and your girl's kitchen is spotless. That is the motivator. One thing I don't really bend on with our house and our kitchen is this trash. Like, I will take the bag out of the can. I will even close the bag up. But the bag is gonna sit here until LJ comes and grabs this thing and takes it to the dumpster in the garage. I mean, if he's out of town or has to travel for work, of course I'll do it because I don't want the house to stink. But otherwise, that thing gonna sit there and wait for him. Now I'm just doing a nice little sweep of the kitchen because I feel like the broom does the best job of getting underneath these cabinets, under the appliances, and in the tight, like cracks, crevices, so I can get all the nasty dirt that's trying to hide out. And then I realized, dang it, our dustpan is busted. So I sweep it all into a nice little pretty pile, and then I bring out the vacuum because our vacuum does tile as well, and I basically just vacuum up all of the dirt. I mean, it's super more efficient than the dustpan, so I actually like this method, though I need to get a new dustpan. Final step is doing a quick mop with our Swiffer wet jet. The Swiffer is not my best go-to product if I'm doing like a deep clean and I need to bring out the bleach, but if I'm doing like a spot clean in the middle of the week and I just don't want sticky floors, like the Swiffer does the thing. I pull it out, give it a couple sprays, wipe down the floors, and it picks up quite a bit. Wait until you guys see what the bottom of this Swiffer looks like. It's actually kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to put myself on blast just so that you guys get a great picture of the type of work I put in on these floors tonight. Thanks for tuning in to another video here at the Holmes house. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you love tacos like we love tacos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you go and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a post. If you guys like these type of videos, drop that down in the comments below, and we will see you guys next time here at the Holmes house. Peace.